Okay, and welcome again to Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. I'm Stevie. This is the cupboard. We'll be having a look in it at the moment. But first, what I want to do is to give you an idea of the sort of collecting I've been doing in the last few months, which I haven't catalogued yet. It gives you a flavour of kind of things I've been buying for the collection. So you'll find I have a very broad taste. Well, not really. But let's have a look. I've got some bags down here. So there are different themes. Early 80s, some 70s. Also a few sort of slightly different collector's pieces. So let's have a look what we've got in this first bag. Okay. So what are we going to start off with? Well, where every child starts off with in the UK, and that's Top of the Pops. Don't worry, I haven't lost my mind. And they call it Puppy Love. So a theme from The Godfather. So that's £1. So I saw that and I thought I might actually collect a few of those. Again, I've left some of the prices on these so you can judge for yourself. I'm going to look this up. So I'm getting my eye in as a collector. So some things I'm buying to see if they're collectible. Some things I've had in the past, some things I'm buying again. So Derek and Clive, this is a sort of comedy monologue. Saw this for £5. I think that's worth £5. Quite offensive and interesting. This is interesting because it was so offensive but didn't get censored. But Sex Pistols, never mind the bollocks, did, or they tried to, but it was funded. So I thought that might be worth a little bit. That's something I'm prepared to let go. Just off last night, we were watching Paul McCartney on Glastonbury, and what a great set. 80 years old. My God, how does he do that? So here we go. 70. This is an earlier 70s, 73. Band on the Run. Classic McCartney. I quite like the Beatles. Got a soft spot for John as well, so there's a bit of Beatles smattered throughout. But Band on the Run, quite like this album. Never had it, so thought I'll buy it for £5. Now I'm on a bit of a budget, so there we. Oh, some singles as well. So here we go. 80s, classic 80s. Soft Cell, Say Hello, Wave Goodbye. One of my favourite songs from them, from the 80s. I've got the 12-inch in the collection as well, so I saw that. Actually got this one, War, Story of the Blues. It's £1, you can't go wrong, can you? So a couple of quid there. The next bag, these are mostly from charity shops, I should say. Right. Get rid of these bags. So here we go. It's UB40, no cover, Present Arms. This was down the market. Green sticker means it's £2. Present Arms. This is the one with, if I'm correct in saying, yeah, I am a 1 in 10. Still got my original UB40. Not really interested into them at the time, but quite like them afterwards. So the first 2 LPs, worth a go. Likewise, not really into U2 necessarily, but I've collected a couple of their things. So Under Blood Red Sky, again, this was green sticker, £2. So this is got a scratch on it, but I'm not that fussy because this track I don't like very much, so a good buy. Right, now we are talking serious. Again, Beatles, Red LP, first issue. First issue is one of the better pressings, I believe. Yeah, so I had the red and blue when I was young, or rather the family did, but then got rid of them. I think I traded them in on the sly for something else, but don't tell anybody. Gotta have. Although I wouldn't necessarily recommend collecting the Beatles. Having said that, here's John Lennon. Got a soft spot for John. I like all his records actually, so didn't have this. Slipping and sliding, Peggy Sue, Bebopalula, so all these old influences on that record. That's £3.99, so £4. Not too bad. The Police, again, didn't have, I think I had Outlanders d'Amour, and that was an awful pressing. So I decided to get the old Police record. So Synchronicity, £7.99. And don't laugh, Tony Basil, Word of Mouth, because it's got Mickey on it. So I'm going to have a little bit in my collection for just like classic 80s. There's a classic 80s song, Tony Basil, £2. Why not? Okay. Oh, now this is interesting story on this one. I won't say what it is. I'll give you a clue. I'm going to do a video about these because we've just finished watching the series, the mini-series on them, done after the biography of Steve Jones, guitarist. So I'll keep that one in the bag if you don't mind. Rock and Roll Swindle. It was a bit of a swindle because I got half of it free, and I'll let you know how I did that. This is quite expensive, but I saw it and I thought there are some artists, more recent artists, where, you know, I thought things were just on CD. I didn't realise they were on vinyl, and I thought there are some things I really like. This is an album I really like, £20, but I thought it's in mint condition. You look on Discogs, the database, and so there we are, a bit of Amy. One of the most fantastic voices going. I love a lot of the tracks on here, eclectic taste. So £20, can't go wrong. That's from the Oxfam shop. Okay, so how are we doing now? Another bag. Right, now here's, I liked a lot of 80s indie, post-punk, like all of the indie stuff. Some of the things I didn't buy too much of was Susie and the Banshees. So I'm going to try and increase Susie and the Banshees. So here we have Susie and the Banshees. What's the name is Juju, is it? Yeah, Juju. That's £12. I think that was a visit to record store some time ago, and that's a proper record store. And this, I think, was thrown in it because it didn't have the proper cover. Some labels I really like Factory Records, and in particular 4AD. So this is This Mortal Coil. I believe it's Kangaroo, Song to the Siren. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. I forget, but this is the Elizabeth Fraser of the Cocteau Twins. No cover, so I think he might have thrown it in or give it me for cheap. That was slotted into the back there. One of the things I'd like to do is to go through how you find out the value of these things and put them on Discogs. Here's another one where I thought that was only on CD, surely, wasn't it? I didn't realise that was on vinyl. In the Oxfam shop, Morrissey, Viva Hate. Now I actually had this on CD and liked it a lot, so I thought, let's give it a go. One of those things you see and you think, ooh, instantly, got to have that. How much is it? £12.99, reasonable price, absolutely clean as a whistle, so we'll have that, thank you very much. So that's going in the collection. So are you getting a flavour for what I like? Now, here we have some classic stuff from me, 16, 17 years old. Friend of mine was, oh, let's have a look at that last, shall we? Let's have a look at that last. It's a nice surprise for you if you know your records. Okay, so firstly, Thieves Like Us. So Thieves Like Us, yeah, New Order, 1984. Thieves Like Us. Really liked that at the time. Loved New Order. Now that's a fiver. I think that's a reasonable price. It's a 12-inch, of course, but Factory Records, lovely design, and I've got quite a few Factory Records, quite a lot of new order, so I'll make a video about those for you. I told you I had the 12-inch, didn't I? In fact, I think I've got two 7-inches, but why not? Quite like that Story of the Blues by Wah, and that is only £2. £2 for a 12-inch, crazy, and Wah as well. So you've got to have that. Now then. Oh, that's fairly good. Now, I liked a lot of the electronic stuff coming in, synth stuff coming in. Never really had a lot of Gary Newman, but this is an LP that I wanted to have. I should say, all of this little bundle, I spent a bit of money on it. It came to 60 quid, but he gave it for me for 50 cash. So I was treating myself for my birthday. So this is what I thought. Can I have 50 quid for my birthday? What have you spent it on? Yeah, what do you think? So Replica's Tubeway Army. Now this is the one with Our Friends Electric, which was a very classic single, which I think I've got somewhere. But always wanted this and saw it there, thought I'm going to treat myself. So that's that. Talking about Susie and the Banshees, so I've got a bit of the Creatures as well. I saw that and I thought I'll treat myself to that as well. So love a bit of Susie. So that had 12 quid on it. Now this, absolutely brilliant. Now this had 20 quid on it, and it's probably worth every penny. I didn't like this band when they came out. This is a post-punk, but a friend of mine was very post-punk. He had these. He had Crass. It is, of course, Killing Joke, and this is What's This For, and has the classic track Follow the Leaders. Absolutely brilliant. What I love about these, very much kind of a post-punk feel to it in the cover, and also have a quick look at that label. Yeah, almost a kind of like do-it-yourself ethos at the time. So probably, I think that's my first Killing Joke record ever, but I saw it there and I thought I've got to have that. So, and then had some records in. There's a CD I bought back some way, and I didn't realise this was on vinyl. David Sylvian, and this is Brilliant Trees. Really like this LP. So when I saw it there, I thought, have you priced that up yet? Oh no, I've just played it. It's quite clean. Right, how much would it be? Oh, maybe this one. So how much all this come together? 60 quid. I've only got 50 in my wallet. It's an old trick, isn't it? So that was good. Do you fancy a few singles? I've got a little bundle of singles. Again, some of these from the charity shop. So classic 80s. We've got Yazoo, Other Side of Love, Ode to Boy. Really, I have a soft spot for a bit of that electronica. Factory Records. Is this on Factory? It is on Factory, yeah. In fact, so this is when they started on Factory and then ballsed it up, basically. So Happy Mondays, Step On. So I couldn't resist getting another Factory Records. Wasn't really into the Happy Mondays. I kind of lost interest as Happy Mondays came in, but I'll have that. Nice find here. Again, we're talking Gary Newman and Tubeway Army. Recognise yourself, Gary? So that's Tubeway Army. What is it? That's Too Bad. Oh, I didn't say, but it's a lovely EP. Still got the hype sticker on it from Beggar's Backfire double pack. So was that what the label was? Oh no, it was on Beggar's Banquet. Yeah, 79. So again, little eye for the collectibles. I'm thinking that might be good to worth it, and it was. Again, don't collect the Beatles unless you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I thought, well, let's have it anyway. Twist and Shout original cover. Looks original, but we'll have a look on Discogs later. I think it is original, actually. And there was another one. Million Sellers series, She Loves You, Wanna Hold Your Hand, Can't Buy Me Love. Paul McCartney opened last night's Glastonbury with one of those, so lovely. Also, well, we've got Jeepster T-Rex. Couldn't resist a bit of stuff I was growing up as a young lad, young boy. Also, when I was growing up, we had the Jam, we had Two-Tone. So, little eye on the collectibles again. So, we've got the Specials and the Selector. So, Gangsters by Specials, aka Selector by Selector. That was got $2.99 on it. I have a feeling that's probably worth a fiver. So, little that's a piece of cardboard. So, those are some singles I've been collecting. Right, here we come to record store day, and I think I'll give you a clue. I'll do another video on record store day. Some other interesting things happened on that day, and just we've got a few more to go, so bear with me. Couple here. This is another £2. Slight scratch on it. Actually, I haven't found out what it is, but OMD, a little soft spot for OMD. I like the din disc. I like their covers. I think some of these were Peter Saville, as in Factory Records covers as well. So that's 81 din disc. Yeah, just love it. So that's Architecture and Morality. There's a cover there. What are we doing? Something else was with that. So this is bit of a rude picture. 12-inch. Do you know what that is? Susie and the Banshees again. Cities in Dust. 12-inch. I don't know how much that was. I think that might have been a fiver. There's a cover with a fiver on it there. So okay. Yeah. This time it's Sainsbury's. Always ask for a bag. Spend a bit of money here. Oh, there's another single. Again, Flock of Seagulls, Wishing. So getting those synth credentials back into the collection. Again, soft spot for John. Somebody, I like what they do in the Oxfam. They write on it now. I'm not sure it was 10 quid, but Imagine by John Lennon. Always wanted this LP. Never got around to buying it. I've seen it elsewhere for like 12, 30, 15 quid. So it's 10 quid, a little bit cheaper on Discogs, and it's got the poster as well. No postcard, machine cleaned. Oh no, this isn't the Oxfam shop. This is another charity shop I'm thinking of, where they always machine clean. Now that same charity shop does. I've been in about 3 times now. I've got some records, and can I have a look through them? And this guy came in and he nipped me to it. He was looking and he said, "Oh, can I have these 3 for tenner?" And it was 3 of the early magazine LPs. Oh, blimey, that's worth a fortune. Probably worth like 50 quid each or something. So he had about 100 quid's worth, or easily 100 quid's for a tenner. And save you cleaning them. So I said, "Well, can I have a look?" So I bought some stuff. I've actually already put it in there. Went in the a few weeks ago. You've got some records in. Can I have a look through? So 3 for a tenner. Save him cleaning them, but I'll have to clean them. Now go back into the 70s, my childhood. Glam rock, Slade. A bit hard rock before they were glam rock. A bit harder. So that was really the sort of fold out Slade. What's it actually called? I don't even know what it's called. So I thought I'd buy that anyway, just for late 70s reasons. Pet Shop Boys, Please. It's a classic. Was that 80s or 90s? Let's have a look. I couldn't be bothered. I'll go through it with you later when I cover the Pet Shop Boys, a couple of their things. And again, if you don't know what a UB40 looks like, that's what it looks like. I still have my original one. So first UB40 LP. It's got the it's got the inners on it there. I think this one, you've got the LP. This is absolutely a phenomenal pressing. I'm looking forward to listening to this when I get a record player. Oh yeah, so that's right. That's the 45. Is it 4512? I'm a bit confused. So I'll have to look it up. Yeah, you see, I do all the research for my videos. So this gives you basically a flavour of what's going to be in the collection. But we start off getting into things like the Who, the Jam, the Beatles, early obscure records. Then it's the Jam. Through the Jam, getting into the Who. We had all the two-tone stuff, and then it's like New Romantics, and then New Wave and Indie, and that's really. But I had a soft spot for a bit of electronica. Also, liked a bit of Jean-Michel Jarre. I bought this for a £5, and I suspect it's in the cupboard there. So we'll find out later. Right, nearly there, bear with me. Now this was from the Seaside. Sea Jungle, Jungle Boy. Malcolm McLaren again. Bow Wow Wow. Got a couple of their records. I like a bit of folk, I like a bit of early folk, even Simon and Garfunkel. Saw this for a tenner. Thought, I'm not buying that for a tenner. Saw it for a £5, and I thought, yeah, I've never had a copy of it, so I'll have it for a £5. And here we go again with, I think this is them doing covers, again, Susie and the Banshees. So we've certainly bulked up on them. I know I'm throwing these on the floor. I will sort them out and clean them in a bit. And okay, so following on you can see a theme here, can't you? Bow Wow Wow again. Go Wild in the Country, where snakes in the grass are absolutely free. Very pleased with that. Heaven Up There, Echo and the Bunnymen. I think this was another collection for a tenner, or no, this was actually at a record store kind of thing, mobile record store they set up in the parish hall. So I got this, like, I think it's about 40 quid's worth. He said 30 quid, no, it's about 45 quid's worth, and he said, oh, how much for cash? 30 quid. So Echo and the Bunnymen, Heaven Up There. Not got a lot of their stuff, but really like this brief track. Oh, $5.79 original in HMV. Look at that. That's inflation for you. Then these were cheap, so just filling out with a bit of Simon and Garfunkel. I think that was in the £3 bin. Was that Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme? This I had quite a few records, as you'll probably identify with. I had, and you lose them along the way, but certain records where you've got into vinyl and you've got into the Beatles. This is one I had, or the family had, very early on. It was like $1.99, brand new. Not a very significant album, but now a little bit more revered perhaps as Volume 1. I don't think I ever had Volume 2, Twist and Shout. So getting yourself into the Beatles as a youngster. And then I bought this for £3, can you believe? Yes, it is absolutely shag-piled. It is cream crackered. And it's quite heavily scratched, but we won't go into that. Let's have a look, actually. Let's have a look. It's not too bad, but there is some, see down here, yeah, a lot of damage, but some of the tracks, about, I'll say about 2/3 of it is probably all right, but that is pretty damaged. But just to have an original mono pressing of Please Please Me, it's probably worth that for the cover, to be honest with you. But it is cream colour. Somebody's written Beatles. I don't think that the Beatles actually signed that. The Beatles themselves. Mr. Harrison has scrawled all over it. So you would never normally buy things like that necessarily, but just for the Beatles collection. Never collect the Beatles. All right, do what you like. Going back at that same record fair, this was another dealer. So I think I used to have this. So Sweet Dreams are made of this by the Eurythmics. So that's my little 80s iconic thing. If you can't afford Bob Dylan, just get Joan Baez to sing it. That'll do, won't it? Bit disappointed here because this again, this is a bit knackered. This was a bit cheap. I think it was two for a fiver or something. But this is a bit worn, so this needs a good old clean, and yeah, so we're going to have a look at that. Some more singles. Wanted to collect a bit of Blondie, so got those. Blondie, Tears for Fears, classic 80s. Pale Shelter, bit of OMD, and I've got quite a few Who records, but I never had Pinball Wizard with Elton John, or by Elton John, so I thought I'd buy that, but I'll be going into the different groups. And last but not least, bit of Kate Bush. Didn't really have much of Kate Bush. Made the news with Running Up That Hill going to #1 again. It's back in the 70s again. So classic 70s Kate Bush, 70s and 80s. Let's stop there for now. 18.99, 19 quid. Not sure it was worth it, but I think it is a purse pressing. So that's the Beatles. So these are things that I just bought along the way from charity shops over about the last 3 or 4 months, thinking about getting my vinyl together. I've cleaned a good deal with it. I bought storage, so I'll be going through that. So thank you for listening, and if you could please like and subscribe particularly, then who knows, in a year I could monetize it, fill it with those of adverts, annoying adverts, and then buy some more records. All right, see you in the next video.